Hello everybody and welcome back. Thank you, Dark Mage, for the preemptive hydrate. Gotta make sure everyone's well hydrated just to kick off the stream. Huh. Just getting some of my golds back on my palette here. Before we kick off another day of painting my Chaos Knight. Yeah, so I'm gonna be continuing to work on the gold trim. So specifically looking at highlighting and adding weathering to the gold. And then I have all these little branches coming off the carapace and these spikes coming out. Those will be all a nice bone color. So actually I might nah, since I already have the gold on my palette, I'm gonna start with the gold, but it's no longer a hobby choice, it's a lifestyle. Chaos again, oh man, yeah. Sorry about that, Evil. I gotta... Sadly, this is a big boy. This might be the last day I actually paint the model on stream, though. Just so that we get some variety back into the content. We all know Chaos has the cooler models, yeah. For Knights, I have to agree. I do like the Chaos Knights better than the Imperial ones. And you know, Evil, I actually went to my local hobby store to try and pick up some Blood Angels minis. They didn't have any. No Blood Angels characters, like, at all in the shop. I was actually very surprised. I was like, hey, well, ain't no way you have 0. 10. It's very bad. I only have 10 Termagants left. That's actually crazy. You're actually gonna clear your pile of shame? This man's a hero. No Blood Angels is no shop I'm going to? Yeah, facts. Add another 0 to that, and that's how much 40k stuff I have to paint? Oh. But instead, here I am watching people paint and aggressively looking at my own minis. Can't understand why they aren't finished. Oof. It does take quite a bit of time to finish a mini. I guess, as you can see from my repeated streams painting this one night. To be honest, if I painted to this standard, I would constantly paint. Yeah. There's definitely a, It definitely gets to the point where you have to be like, okay, what standard am I gonna paint this model to? Because otherwise, you can just spend forever painting one model, which might not be the best. Would I say I pour the most amount of time into my Dark Angels? You know? Actually, I think it's the Chaos Knights. If I'm honest. I think I definitely pour the most time into my Chaos Knights. I don't think it's even close. As to why I pour this much time into my Chaos Knights, I don't have an answer for you. For the vibes, for real. Vibes while painting a Chaos Knight? Immaculate. Are they just the first models you decided to paint this caliber? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think size definitely has a role in it too. Like, there's just so much model to paint. Like, for example, if I'm painting the equivalent in points of Dark Angels, right? I'll paint maybe a hero and a few squads of infantry. And the hero I will paint to a very high standard because it's a hero. But then the infantry I'll paint to a lower standard. But for Chaos Knights, it's one model. So like I don't get the same time saving effect by being able to paint the standard infantry at like a battle ready quality instead of like a I don't know, instead of just like a high tabletop standard. I have to paint the whole model at the same standard. It's like no shortcuts, I think. I did the Skaven Lord skin and haven't touched a burst since. Yeah, that's fair. I get that. I will also go in and out of like painting phases where I'll like some days I'll paint every day of the week, And other days I'll only paint when I'm on stream. But yeah, that's kind of why I started streaming. So like it works, I guess. How much does it cost to get in Warhammer? I always thought it was cool, but a bit intimidated trying to find out where to start. It definitely depends on where you want to start. If you want to start off with something like Combat Patrol, that will be a lower buy-in than like 2,000 points of 40k. Because Combat Patrol it's one box, and that's it. Similarly, you can start off with something like Kill Team, which isn't 40k, right? It's a separate game, but it uses the same models as 40k, right? Like it has similar models, and it's just on a smaller scale. So you'll run like 10 models instead of like 30 or 40, and that will also be cheaper. As for exact prices, I don't know how much it'll run you in your country. It kind of depends on where you live. But Combat Patrol and Kill Team are two games that are smaller scale, that'll run you less money. Of course, you'll have to buy a few other things, like you'll have to buy plastic glue and clippers, right, to build the models. So something like plastic glue, clippers, paint, So there's a few other costs that'll run you back a little bit. You'll have to buy a brush probably, but you can get like like 20 paint brushes for $5 on like Amazon or something. So you can get some pretty cheap paint brushes really quite easily. Oh, that's really awesome, Dark Mage. The Kieran show. That's nice. It's I expected that there was something like that on YouTube, right? Like, but I'm glad you knew about it and were able to post it. Hey, what's up, Raven? How's it going? Sorry it took me so long, Raven, to follow you and stuff. I just got around to like following and subscribing to your socials. I know you put it in there like a week ago. So my bad. But I did it today. Do you play the Warhammer video games too? I do. I play Space Marine 2. I play Dark Tide. And I play not Warhammer 40K, but I play Total War Warhammer. So another Warhammer game, but again, not 40K. Space Marine 2 was amazing. I agree. Is that what got you interested in Warhammer? Is that what got you thinking about starting the hobby? I'm waiting on the Switch too. Nice. Actually, yeah, nice. Yeah, I think Space Marine 2 did that for a lot of people actually. It made a pretty big splash, and I think brought a good number of people to the hobby, which is awesome. Because it is a fairly niche hobby, so. Yeah, the Dreadnought moment was the exact second. Yeah, facts. Raven hasn't played it, so I'm trying to be vague with the descriptions. Yeah, fair enough. I understand what you mean, though. Although the final stand at the end was pretty epic. I actually saw the Dreadnought scene before I even got to play the game too, because it, like, when the game came out, it was everywhere on social media. Like, it was all over Instagram. And I was like, Lamau. Not that I wasn't going to buy the game, right? But like, kind of sealed the deal right there. I was like, yo, I'm gonna play this game for sure. Is the game pretty easy to understand? Not as much math, more reading. It's a lot of reading. And again, smaller scale games like Kill Team and Combat Patrol will be easier to understand. Than like a full game of 40K, but you know, like the issue with a full game of 40K is that you not only have to understand your army's rules, but you have to understand the rules of like your enemy's army as well, which comes out to a lot, right? It's easier than, yo, happy Nurgle noises. Yo, what's up, bubonic plague? It's easier than ever to play. They have been making a lot of strides recently to make it easier to play, to like bring new people in. So yeah, if you have a local Games Workshop store, you can go in and they'll have like examples set up where they can like teach you how to play. Like at least the basics, right? And like someone like can sit down and like do that with you. They'll also tell you they'll also like teach you how to paint, like for free. They'll like put a model in your hand, paintbrush, paints set up for you to help. The Games Workshop stores with like the employees and stuff are, I mean, they're there to help you understand the hobby and stuff. So they're very helpful. I haven't met a Games Workshop employee that wasn't cool. Blood Angels is a good faction to start with. Yeah, if you Evil's a big Blood Angels fan, so I should read the Kill Team's rulebook finally. Yeah, you should. Raven's Hobby. I love Kill Team. As you can probably tell by the fact that I keep repping it. I think it's a lot of fun to play. Kill Team games take around 2 hours. They do. But I'm also slow at Kill Teams. I know some people can knock out like a Kill Team game in like 45 minutes to an hour. Thank you for the follow, Lebowski. Thank you. How are things going for you? Got any hobby? Oh, and thank you, No Mercy 40K for the subscription on YouTube. I appreciate it. No more Blood Angels propaganda. Yeah. Oh wait, wrong one, yeah. We are Horus enjoyers around these parts, yo. We do have an ongoing feud in chat between our Blood Angels enthusiasts and our Chaos enjoyers. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure what's going on. I think it's by... There is someone hammering something in my house, and I'm not sure why. Let me close the door. That should be better. Alright. I'm gonna finish up this shoulder pad, and then I'm gonna be done with gold for a little bit, because... This is quite the hassle, actually. I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna start painting the bone parts. My cats are cat diggers, and it sounds like a hammer? That's crazy, actually. Yeah, I'm really not sure what's going on. Like, I don't know why someone's hammering in my house. But I could not be bothered to go investigate, so... Seems like a whole lot of none of my business. Ten out of 10 survival instincts? Yeah, facts. It's like, most horror movies, like, just wouldn't happen if people just minded their own business, you know? Like, come on, people. Thorium, Glosium, thanks. Oh, I see. They're tenderizing meat to put in a marinade for dinner. That's what's happening. Mystery solved. We're good. Okay. Holy. One more side. Tenderized pan-fried pork? That sounds amazing. The only time I've tenderized meat, like, personally, was, when I make chicken parm. Now I'm hungry again? Yeah. No facts. Now I know what I have to buy next. Yup. A chaplain, definitely necessary. Are you thinking like Terminator chaplain or like? Cause you can get like a jetpack chaplain, right? Although isn't like Lamartie's a chaplain? Right? Making dinner as we chat? What you making, Raven's Hobby? Something good? I know last week you were making soup. What you making this week? I want Lamartie's? Yeah. Lamartie, like, Death Company, Jetpack, Chaplain. Kinda seems like the way to go. He does have a really cool pose too. He's got a cool mask. Alright. We're done. No more gold for the day. Although, to be fair, I think that's over half the gold on the model is on the, on the top carapace. Alright, let's grab thing. SP88. Screaming Skull. Haven't decided yet? Okay. Yeah, chaplain on a bike. We are no white scars. Be a lot cooler if you were more like white scars, yo. Reminds me, I have to take pictures of my Death Company Reaver. Yeah, if you want to post them in the Discord, that'd be cool. Yo. Evil's offended. Gotta shake up that one. I like them both, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not... The only thing is, I don't know a lot about White Scars, you know? Like... Like, I know a lot more about... Like... You know, Dark Angels, Blood Angels... You know, like Ultramarines, right? I can't say that I know much about the White Scars chapter just in general. Kind of White Scars. Yeah, the only thing I know is that they love bikes. they go fast. They zoom. It's kind of the only thing I know about White Scars. $40K Blood Angels just don't hit as hard as Heresy Blood Angels do. Yeah, I actually don't know a lot about Heresy Blood Angels either. The only Heresy stuff I know is Dark Angels. Sanguinius was mentioned and now I'm here. Yo, facts. Yo, what's up, Wolf? Thank you for the resub. 9 months? Holy. My goat. If I had the money, I would be playing Horus Heresy Blood Angels instead of Kill Team. Got it. They had Sanguinius, or they're in the Black Rage because he died. Yeah. There's no in between. For Sanguinius and the Emperor, you know. Easy. God. I need to, like... I think this brush is seeing it's at the end of its days. I'll have to retire it soon. At this point, I should... I also think of all the names Dante could have had, they gave him Louis. That is a little weird. Louis Dante? That's a little weird. Sanguinius guides me to the Warhammer store. not sure if his intentions are to make me broke, yo. He's mad anyway, so he can also be mad about his name. Oh, fair, fair. I should have added the vultures on already, but I didn't. So I'm gonna have to add them on now. Because the vultures are also standing on like little bone trees that are erupting from the chaos corrupted carapace. And we gotta make sure that let's see here. He's actually just mad about his name. No other reason. I gotta make sure that the birds make sure the birds are positioned well. Turns out Death Company are all just angry about their names, yo. I would have really liked it if he had wings on his jetpack. Yeah, like the Sanguinor, you know. Alright, we got our little bird boys on top. How did the Emperor's children fall to chaos, but the literal blood-sucking vampires are totally loyal? You know? You never know. Space Wolves would have went hard as traders. Werewolf Space Marines would have been cool. That would have been really cool. Like I'm thinking like what is it? You have like the 8 bound from Korn. Let me see if I'm yeah, these boys. You have like the 8 bound, except they're werewolves, so they have like a wolf head and like furry arms with claws and stuff. Like that would have been really cool. Chaos corrupted werewolf Space Marines. They really missed out by not doing that. Need to hire Wolf onto the design team. Give me some of those ASAP. Why did I not make the sign of the Blood Angels and painted them red? Yo, because it's a Chaos Corrupted Knight. This isn't a Loyalist Knight, bro. The YouTube channel, The Kieran Show, actually made Chaos Wolves Army completely kitbashed. That's really cool, actually. I'm gonna have to check that out. About to get another Inquisition on his doorstep, yo. It would be kind of cool to have a Blood Angels Knight, you know, with a large Blood Angels symbol across the top carapace. That'd be cool. Oops. Those are not glued in yet. Yo, turns out all loyalists are traitors. That would be a plot twist and a half. I am the Inquisition, yo. Hydrate, thank you, Evil. I appreciate it. Yo, what's up, gang? Thank you for the follow. We have to hydrate him for the rest of the week again. Facts. Please hydrate me. I'm only allowed to drink water when people redeem it in chat. What's going on, gang? Got anything fun going on today? Nah, dig the paint job though. It looks sick. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been working on this guy for a long time. If you ask anyone in chat. I should have painted this spike before I attached the exhaust. Oops. I'm just not gonna paint the back of that spike. It's not necessary. I saw one stream of Mephisto and it's been the Chaos Knight ever since. Yeah, I am sorry about that. I need to, I think this will be actually the last stream that I paint the Knight. On stream. I'm gonna switch it up here. And I'll make sure to post when it's done so you guys can see the finished result, but otherwise I should just change my channel name to Painting Chaos Knight. Is the right leg movable? It is not. Excuse me. I just posed it so it kind of looks like he's running. And then I actually cut apart each segment of the tail so that I could rotate it to the side. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but it's curved to the side to kind of, again, look like he's give the model a little more of a dynamic pose. Then you can witness Dark Angels? Yo, facts. I am trying to get my hands on some more, like another Blood Angels character. But like I said, I went to my local hobby store, and they just didn't have any. No Blood Angels in sight. The Blood Angels painter? Is this the night you're thinking about doing water effects on the base? No, the water effects on the base, were for the Malifaux minis, actually. Change the name to Blood Angels painter. I do also have to get back to those as well. Paint Ashrath or Dante or Lamarties. Yeah, I'll see if I can get my hands on a Lamarties here. I think it'd be cool to paint the the Death Company scheme. Space Wolves will make me sad though. Yeah, but no Space Wolves, no Salamanders. What else? I feel like there was another one you were very opposed to. Alright, I do recommend this for people if you like doing sub-assembly. This is just like airbrush primer, but I like to use it like I'll just paint it on with a brush. For when I'm doing sub-assembly like this, right? Like I just put on the vultures, and it's nice to have like a primer that you could just slap on with a brush, for small pieces like this. Blood Angels, yo. Hey, yo. We don't listen to heresy. To some extent. Which is why I have way too much Warhammer. Facts. Facts. They're beautiful vampire boys. Just 17 years collecting and playing. You're bound to have some factions that grate your gears. Yeah. I mean, I just have factions that, like, not that I hate, but that I don't think I would buy. I think Drukhari are one of those for me. Like I don't really see myself buying Drukhari, mostly because I like Eldar too much. Like if I'm gonna buy Eldar, I'll just buy Eldar, not Dark Eldar, you know? I would have 20k points of Blood Angels if I had the money, yo, Vax. You see Wargamer Dave? He does. He really does have that much Warhammer. Which is wild. Yeah, I think I saw that. I think I saw a picture of that where it was like 20. It was like 20,000 points of chaos or something. I feel like 20,000 points of a singular faction warrants an intervention. Yeah, it might. Although if they keep releasing knights the way that they have been by just adding upgrade sprues to existing boxes, I might end up with 20,000 points of knights pretty quickly. And like, sue me. I want the giant drill arm, you know. But the only way to get the giant drill arm is is if you buy a whole nother knight. Like, which is sad. Imagine 20,000 Blood Angels, but no Primarch. Yeah, that'd be pretty sad. Plan it all through if I'm gonna win the lottery, yo. If I become an air traffic controller, the army's coming. Does that pay well? I can't say I know much about how well an air traffic controller gets paid. So 10K in Horus Heresy and 5 normal Blood Angels, 5K in Black Rage. That's a solid plan, actually. Yo. Are there Death Company vehicles? Like, do you have like Black Rage, like Rhino drivers that just like ram into everything? In Germany, it's hard to get. You mean like the Horus Heresy models? 4,000 a month? Sheesh. That's crazy. Get that bag. 10 open slots for training. First part of my exam tomorrow. Good luck, Ravens Hobby. Go get that bag. My apprenticeship begins in September. Oh. The store will not be able to sell any Blood Angels after I've bought everything. Yeah. The employees are like, sorry, we can't sell any Blood Angels because someone already bought them all. Like every single Blood Angels model in the store bought. I'm having a lucrative business idea of selling Blood Angels models. Yeah. Facts. I have a feeling that I might be able to sell a lot of Blood Angels models. That must mean they're beloved by all? Nah, one dude bought all of them. Exactly. Oh, this is a popular faction? I mean, no. It's just one guy, actually. His name is Evil X5555, and he just buys all of the Blood Angels minis every time we get a shipment in. Oh, what to do with my spare Lamartis and Dante models? We need more Tau players. Yep. Maybe I'll get a Tau mech. Tau mech would be kind of cool to paint. I think the only issue I would have with painting a Tau mech is it'll have to be a little bit after I finish painting this night. I feel like it'll be too similar. You could give him the meat, oh, facts. Because I'm nice, I'm gonna buy everything but Combat Patrol so that there's something there. I have nothing to give the Corpse Emperor sat on his throne of lies, yo. You know, I really don't like Aurelio. That guy in particular, actually. My dad beat your dad fair and square, yo. Listened to Krieg and read a bit of Age of Sigmar. Nice, nice. The Devastation of Baal is free on Spotify? Actually? For real? Yo, are there like a bunch of Warhammer books on Spotify that you can listen to? If so, I have been missing out. And I need to get on that. I'm having a lot of trouble with these little spikes. On Spotify is the whole Horus Heresy? Wait, for real? Yeah, that's... Hold up. I'm gonna need to get on this. I have, it's been a little hard for me to get like Warhammer books because I live in the States. I don't live in the holy land of Warhammer. But if it's on Spotify, we might be in business. Overall, I like that. It gave me a good sense of what they are about. Yeah. I like reading, but free is much better. I much prefer audiobooks, actually. Cause then I can like be doing other things while listening to it. And I actually again because I live in the States, whenever I drive somewhere, it's like minimum an hour. So being able to drive and listen to a book is nice. It's like 32 gigabytes. Yeah. That's a lot of book. Like Coruscant from Star Wars. Yeah. That's a good visual. Sorry if it's a little hard to see what's going on right now. Painting these like little spikes on the carapace, I have to rotate the model so much just to be able to get my brush on it. Takes 492 hours, yo. That's a lot of hours. Span really deep, yeah. Yeah, is there a link to like the Holy Grail of Warhammer books on Spotify? That's One Piece territory long? Yeah, it is. Just type Horus Heresy in and it pops up. Okay, okay. No! It's, oh no, it's in German. No. Rip. My dreams are shattered. Time to start taking German classes, I guess. How long do you think it'll take me to learn the language? Just learn German, yo fags. Just do Duolingo. I'm learning French. No! You picked the wrong one. I mean, I learned Spanish in school, so I also picked wrong. Who knew I should have picked the German? Honestly, that's how they should market like German classes, you know? Where they're like, come here to learn German. And oh, by the way, the entire Horus Heresy is free on Spotify if you know German. So, like, just do it. Like, bet. Yeah, they did. They did have the whole thing. The whole AI scandal, which is kind of tough, actually. The Dante book is also on Spotify. Probably German, if I had to guess. Nice. Oh, easy. I'll have the language down in no time. Shoot. Only reason I'm learning French is to read books about French aircraft. That's actually crazy. They don't have any translations? I'm also sad that they made us stop doing Spanish. Oh, really? That's interesting. I did Russian in school because it was the most useful. Huh. Hydrate, thank you. Yeah, for where I live, they said Spanish was the most useful for me to learn. But I'm also in the same boat where I don't understand any Spanish. And here I found out I should have been learning German the whole time. I'm now behind in life. Because I didn't take German. German is the most important language in the Horus Heresy. Exactly. Yo. Nice. Oh. Forgot I can't chat from my streaming software. All right, we're starting to look pretty good here. I'm gonna go grab some Seraphim Sepia here. Okay. Thank you. The God Emperor himself is following me? Sheesh. Sorry. Don't look at the symbol on top of the knight. Don't be mad. So now I'm just adding a little bit of Gauss Blaster Green into kind of some places with the most verdigris. So just to kind of make it just to make it pop out a little bit more. Oh man, I completely missed some of the copper on the gauntlet. With everything. With the wash, with all the stages of verdigris. Oops. It was hidden. Alright, I think I'm going to be ending stream here for the day. Did, kind of finish the top carapace work with the gold today. Started on doing the bone spikes that are kind of poking out, some of the bone like branches and stuff as well. Again, a lot of work on the additional components that are stuck on top of the carapace today. And then a little bit of work on some of the verdigris that I have on the copper here. I will be streaming again next week, I believe. Just kind of stay tuned for the full schedule. I am going on a work trip at the start of 2 weeks from now, so after next weekend. So I might miss a day or so of streaming. Let's see here. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My streaming software stopped picking up chats. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Bro. Dude, I'm really sad. Yeah, sorry I didn't get these chats. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Yeah, the God Emperor, thanks again for following. Those are some awesome emotes, actually. I'm a big Dark Angels fan. Greetings, a fellow Dark Angel. Bro! No! Alright, well, yeah, I'm gonna need to get that fixed. Not sure why it just randomly stopped. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Until next time, bye.